What's up, you guys? This is Divya along with Raja, and welcome to yet another episode of Adira Reacts. In this episode, we are going to be reacting to Runway 34 official trailer part 2.
This is the latest movie coming out with Ajay Devgn. It's been quite a while since we see Ajay Devgn.
Yeah.
When was the last movie you saw of Ajay Devgn?
There were bits and parts of him in RRR.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
he was also there in the movie about the prostitution.
Yeah, Gangubai Kathiawadi.
Gangubai
Yeah,
Kathiawadi.
but it was like just a part
cameo,
of it.
just a cameo.
Just
So,
a cameo.
Ajay Devgn is an amazing actor, and in this movie, this is also a movie produced by Ajay Devgn Films.
Yeah.
He's got his own production company, starring Amitabh Bachchan and Rakul Preet Singh.
Yeah.
The movie about an airplane pilot. Yeah, we reacted to the first trailer.
reacted to the
This is
first
the
part,
second trailer. Airplane pilot, supposedly drunk, supposedly probably intoxicated.
yeah.
And
We're still confused about
we are
what
still
exactly
confused about what the movie is all about, but it is based on a true story. It's not based on a true story, sorry. It's inspired,
by
a
true
true
events,
story,
yeah.
by true events. An actual thing like
that
this
actually happened. Yeah.
and Ajay Devgn made it into a movie. Yeah. So Runway 34 official trailer part 2.
Skyline 777, descend as per procedure.
There you go, Ajay Devgn.
ना फ्यूल है ना विजिबिलिटी है ना टाइम है इट्स ओवर
Fuel, no visibility, and no time. Three worst things that can happen. Inspired by true events. Yeah, like what you told
गलती
you
चाहे
earlier.
किसी की हो, मौसम खराब हो या कुछ भी हो, गलती तो सिर्फ पायलट की है। 314 फैसले लिए थे हमने उस रोज। अगर उसमें से एक भी फैसला गलत हो जाता, तो आज हम यहाँ मौजूद नहीं होते। लेकिन फिर भी गलती तो सिर्फ पायलट की है।
You think it's fair?
It's probably not fair, but then, like as he said,
Yeah.
the pilot is only going to be blamed. It's going to be always the pilot's fault.
Because I feel that, you see, whatever happens, is it the ground, is it
The weather conditions, no
and
fuel,
everything?
nothing. Still, people are going to blame the pilot only.
The pilot is responsible.
Yeah.
In all ways. It's always, in all vehicles.
Yeah,
You drive a car,
yeah.
it's the driver's responsibility for the car safety.
Yeah.
The
You go by
tires.
bus, you go by
You
train.
go by bus, you go by train.
Whatever.
Even if you go by a ship,
Yeah.
it's called the captain.
Yeah, they're never going to blame the natural calamities that happen at that point
That's
of time.
why the captain or the pilot
Yeah.
is highly paid. You have the burden
You
of
have the burden, responsibility
responsibility.
of that many people you're carrying, transporting from one country to another or maybe one city to another. So,
Yes. So, if you think that's fair or not fair, I feel that that's the way how it is.
Yeah, that's the way how it is.
That's the way how it is. So now Ajay Devgn is just pointing it out now, whether he accepts it or he don't accepts it, whether whatever problems happen, no fuel or nothing, it's his job to make sure that everything
everyone is safe
in
and secure,
check.
yes.
That's why pilots are paid high, and
Yes.
that's why people, like a lot of the young kids always look up to the
become a
pilots and they
pilot
want to
also.
become a
Want to
pilot.
become a pilot,
It's
yes.
a highly respectable job, highly paying job,
Yes.
but also at the same time,
A lot of
a lot
responsibility.
of responsibilities. Let's continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain.
Captain Vikrant Khanna.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
AIB का काम गलती ढूंढना है, गलती करना
This is the investigating officer Amitabh Bachchan.
वो खड़े रहे, बाकी सब बैठ जाइए। सवाल बेबुनियाद है, ये भी आप ही डिसाइड करेंगे। हमने जो कुछ भी किया, SOP के दायरे में किया।
Oh wow, I'm
I
getting
don't have a good
goosebumps.
feeling about this, sir.
यहाँ जमीन से 35,000 फीट ऊपर फीलिंग्स नहीं, कैलकुलेशंस चलते हैं।
I know
Really,
what's
really getting
bothering you.
goosebumps.
But I love how the media is treating your pilot.
कुछ समय के लिए पायलट जो है, वो यात्रियों के लिए उस
See?
भगवान की तरह हो जाता
For
है।
a
जिस पर वो
short
आँख
period
बंद
of
कर अपना
time,
भरोसा
they
करता
have to just blindly trust the pilot.
है। क्या उस रात फ्लाइट में आपने पी थी?
Of course not.
कंपनी को इतनी सी भी आंच आई ऐसे
Boman
सोचने
Irani.
नहीं कि तुम बच गए।
Brace
Mr.
for
Judge.
impact.
Brace for impact.
मौसम और इंसान जब मिलकर गलती करते हैं ना, तो इट्स अ श्योर शॉट रेसिपी फॉर डिजास्टर।
पता नहीं माँ, कभी कभी मन करता है सब कुछ छोड़ के भाग जाऊँ।
आपकी कंपनी की पॉलिसीज में अच्छी तरह समझ चुका हूँ। अगर पायलट बच गया, तो पायलट पे ब्लेम डालता हूँ, और अगर मर गया, तो पायलट को ब्लेम तो करना है ही।
I think that it is normal for all airline to have that same policy.
Yeah.
All calamities, all problems that happens, the idea is like this. This is the center, this is the company, the CEOs, the headquarters, everything, the brand, everything is in the center. whenever there's a problem that happens,
You have to communicate with them.
push it as far as possible from the center. If there's anybody to blame, they cannot blame their vice president, they cannot blame their assistant vice president, they cannot blame anybody
In that center.
in their center.
Yes.
They have to push the blame as far as possible from damaging the reputation of the company,
airline company,
the brand,
Yeah.
the CEO, the owners, and everything. So now the pilot is in the furthest away possible.
Yeah, he's the one taking the responsibility. He's the one doing everything
Yeah.
at that point of time. So he exactly knows what has happened and why he cannot probably go through the SOP. He cannot maybe go okay, all the SOPs and everything is there in fact. After that also he has to still think out of the box of what he
Yes.
can actually do at that point of time.
One thing Ajay Devgn did really nice was that in this movie, I don't know whether it happened actually in real life part of the
Mm-hmm.
movie, but one thing Ajay Devgn did was that he called up all the pilots
Yes.
who was sitting in the
flight,
passenger
yeah,
seat.
yeah.
He's saying, okay, now we have a problem.
Yeah.
Probably you have a better solution.
solution,
I
yes.
can't think of any other solution. This is my solution. Probably you can save us all. So he was open to brainstorming. He was open to other ideas.
So let's see what
see.
else we can do apart from whatever we have already tried.
Yes, so
Yeah.
the problem is quite big. I mean, to say, no, I've never seen or heard or something like that happen before. Maybe it happens only in movies or what, I have no idea.
But
But
then since it's inspired by
God-
a true event, maybe they must have gone through obviously some bits and parts of
yes,
it.
God forbid, I don't want to be in that position.
Oh no, I'm already scared of watching this.
I'm getting
now.
goosebumps from the movie. Ajay Devgn films have done a really good job. There's still a small bit of pieces left from the
Yeah.
trailer.
Skyline 777. Do you read?
My heart is breaking.
This is a really good film coming out on the 29th April 2022. It will be colliding, going head to head with a Telugu movie called Acharya, starring Chiranjeevi and Ram Charan. And it's going to be a clash of two big titans.
Bollywood and South Indian movies.
Yes, so we have Ajay Devgn with Amitabh Bachchan
Yeah.
and Boman Irani.
Yes.
Three big names. Rakul Preet Singh is also a new name coming up, really good.
Yeah.
And we have Chiranjeevi, who is
Father and son duo.
father and son duo, which is already one of the biggest superstars in the South. So, in regard of the trailer itself, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a very exciting movie. It reminds me a lot of this movie Sully. I don't know if you've seen that. Or
Sully?
not. Yeah.
Is it an Indian movie?
It's a Hollywood movie.
It's a Hollywood
so
movie.
it reminds me a lot. But then in that movie, the pilot was not intoxicated or on drugs or drinking or anything of that sort. But they had a situation where it was like brace for impact because he had to land in water.
So now when you're supposed to land or when you're supposed anything like either in boat, probably in most common in planes,
Flights, yeah.
is that you're supposed to the code term for hitting ground is brace for impact. That's when you hold
That's when you hold it that way.
the seats and everything.
In that movie, everyone was saved and they landed in water. But I'm quite excited to see what this movie
This one
is.
also, I think
Everybody was safe, but then how did
But
they
then the thing
actually
was
land?
that the investigation is happening is that why such a calamity
Yes.
happened.
What exactly happened that even after 314 things they had to think about,
decisions.
they had to take, but still they couldn't come up with something, and he still went into the whole investigation.
I feel it is more like the movie Flight. I've mentioned this also in the earlier trailer part 1 reaction. It is more like Flight, in which Flight was a Denzel Washington movie. And what happened in Flight, it's really crazy. The plane goes like this. In Flight, Denzel Washington was intoxicated. Like, this is the investigation which is going on by Amitabh Bachchan being the investigating officers. In the movie Flight, this guy actually landed the plane ulta. He made the plane go upside down and landed the plane that way. So everybody think that he was mad.
But then everyone is safe in that
Everybody
movie?
was safe.
Wow. But this one also looks like it turns, right?
It
Now, we
turned,
don't
yeah.
know
So the
how-
landing, yeah. So
we
this
don't know
guy,
if it
no,
turned
this guy, this
completely.
in the flight it was really reverse upside down.
Oh my
And then
God.
the thing was, after they did the investigation, that was the only way the flight could have been saved. There was no other way that the flight would have been saved if Denzel Washington, being the pilot, did not turn the flight upside down.
So I mean, you imagine in that scenario, like even if
pilot is going to be
pilot
blamed again.
Yeah, he's going to be blamed. But even though he was probably intoxicated or whatever, he had this in the back of his mind that he had to save that 100 or 200 people sitting at
Yes.
the back. So he would do anything, whatever it takes.
Exactly, that's
so
his
even
job.
if it's
So-
like landing the plane ulta,
Yes. Now the
That
thing
is-
was in the movie Flight, which I'm assuming that it might be similar to this, was that the only way Denzel Washington
yeah.
could think of something like that was because he was intoxicated. He had a few vodkas before flying, during flight, and the vodka
During
bottles,
flight.
yes, yeah, during flight, and then now
and then you're just
in
like
Ajay
imagining
Devgn.
what else
Yes,
can happen.
yes. So then now with this Ajay Devgn movie, we have no idea what the
What
movie is going to be
yes.
about. Is Ajay Devgn in fault or not?
Was he actually intoxicated during the flight or not?
What do you think? You let us know in the comment section down below. We have not got any other information regarding this. We might have provided some wrong information. We apologize for that. Give us more information about this movie in the comment section down below. We are very thankful that you're here with us. We hope to see you in our next videos. Stay safe, keep smiling, and see you next time. Bye bye.